It's brutal.
Brutal, yeah. You're almost on your hands and knees. So we're at the Southeast Ridge Trailhead of Mount Elbert in Colorado, and this is a trailhead we were at exactly 20 years ago, almost to the day.
So this is a place that has special significance for us, both this trail and Mount Elbert, because this 20 years ago, this is where we got engaged. Daryl proposed at the top of the mountain. I didn't know that was coming, so it was a great surprise. I said yes, we've been married almost 20 years.
Despite 20 years since then, we thought it would be a fun idea to do it again.
We'll see tomorrow if fun is the right word.
And so much like back then we were in the back of a pickup truck. Tonight we'll be in the back of our van here at the trailhead. Right now there's no one here. I expect you can tell people do camp here. There's fire rings and roads from cars, but right now there's no one here.
So this is a good start to what we were sort of hoping for. We picked this specific trail 20 years ago because it was the lesser traveled trail to get up Mount Elbert. There's 4 or 5 different routes. This is not the easiest of those routes. It has the most elevation change, but it is the lesser traveled, which is usually appealing to us. So we hardly saw anyone last time. We're sort of hoping for that kind of personal journey, I guess, for tomorrow, and being here by ourselves right now seems like at least a good start. Yeah. The trailhead that we're at right now is at 9,700 feet, and the top of Elbert is 14,339. So you can do the math. That is a lot of climbing, and so we've got our work cut out for us.
I guess we should get some sleep.
Probably so.
All right, like we said, 0 dark 30.
It's about 4:30 and we are heading out.
Why don't you go and I'll wait here?
Wait, what? That's not the plan.
All right, let's do it. So we've been out for about an hour. The sun is coming out and starting to brighten up the world.
Starting to get some nice views. And this section we're on right now is actually been it's a little more gentle after a lot of switchbacks in the first bit. It starts off steep, doesn't mess around from the beginning, but it's a smooth trail and the hiking's been nice so far.
Now we can see where we're going. And we're almost there.
We're about 2.5 hours in now, and we've gotten a little rockier and then steeper, and
yeah, it's very steep, and now we're above tree line, so we're exposed. It's getting windier.
We're headed to that ridge up here behind us.
We just finished a really steep section. I don't know, it's really hard to convey in video.
It's brutal.
Brutal, yeah, you're almost on your hands and knees. Not quite.
It's like a steep, there's not steps in the trail, it's just like, it's smoothish trail, but it is steep. So yeah, I don't know if you can see, we came up from this valley over here that's all obviously the trees and everything, it's coming pretty much zigzagging straight up this. Sometimes switchbacking, and this last section not so much, just straight up.
So yeah, it's definitely a fitness test, a grit test, but we're just taking it slow and easy, one step at a time.
One foot in front of the other.
We'll get there. So we just reached what I would say is probably false summit number 1, which this trail is kind of known for its false summits.
There are more than one.
Yes, this is number 1. So we've gone up and we're about to have to go down, which is kind of depressing.
And then it looks like up and then down.
Down, yeah.
And then up for real.
So yeah, I think we'll hit false summit number 2 and then finally get to Elbert.
I think we can see Elbert out in the distance.
Yep.
Pretty sure we see where we're going. It's just still a long way out there and a little ways up. So this section's a little rockier and definitely still exposed.
And this is where we're starting to notice that there's definitely not as much oxygen as we're used to, even though we live at 5,000 feet. So.
But I'd say by now we're, 12, 13,
yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's starting to get high.
Yep. Alright, so we're about to make, after a couple false summits, we're about to make the final ascent to Mount Elbert.
There's one more long uphill ridge.
Yes.
Very tired.
Yeah.
But still going.
Yep. Fortunately not there yet, but we'll get there.
You can see the little people up on top.
Yep.
They're getting bigger. So I guess that's something.
Yep. Guess we'll see at the top. Made it, finally. Took, 6 hours?
6 hours.
6 hours, which... The important thing is we made it. It wasn't a race.
It wasn't a race. We got here. We're still good.
No one passed out. No one threw up.
So I think it's a success.
Well, even after 20 years, we can still do it.
Still do it.
Yep.
We made it. Yay.
20 more, we'll do it again.
Sure. It'll take 10 hours.
And a helicopter ride down.
I hope not. The views are amazing, and the route that we took, we still saw 2 people out ahead of us, and
And one guy on a bike.
One guy on a bike coming down. So it's still a great route.
Of course, we're just halfway there. Now we have to
We should go down 5,000.
go down 5,000 feet, yes. Just... All right, ready?
Yep.
All right.
Ready as I'm getting.
And just like that, we're back.
Just like that.
Just like that. In all honesty, it was a really long, hard hike down the mountain. It was just so steep. We ended up just having to take it slow and easy.
So in the end, we spent about 12 hours on this hike. We spent half an hour on the top. So 6 hours up and almost 5.5 down.
Yep. Glad it's over.
So
Glad we did it.
Glad we did it. Glad we're back at the car. Really glad that we're back at the car. One thing to know about this hike is that a lot of it is probably after the first 2 miles is actually all above tree line. And so not only are you at a higher elevation for a lot of the hike, but you're also exposed to whatever the weather is. So even though we left the summit at 11 o'clock, we weren't down below tree line for several more hours. But it's a great hike. It's beautiful. The views are beautiful. There are lots and lots of wildflowers of all types right now.
Yeah, if you want to avoid the crowds, this is the route.
For sure.
For sure. We could see the other routes once we got to the top, and there was a lot more people.
Sure.
And less than 10 people on this route all day.
It's a great route, but it's not easy.
Now we have a hotel and hot showers waiting for us.
Yay!
So,
Thanks for joining us.
yep, until the next one. Like and subscribe and all that jazz. See ya.
See ya.